Hey FG fam, let me talk to you. Yeah, JC here today for Fittest Gamers, and today I present to you all WWE 2K25, the Island Review. I'm gonna give you all my first impressions and a general breakdown of what the Island is. We've seen the promo videos, we've seen the hype videos, and we've seen all the trailers. Now it's time we get to see exactly what is the Island all about, the Island irrelevancy that our tribal chief has presented to us in WWE 2K25. So without further ado, let's get this show started, baby. Please cue the static. So what is the Island in WWE 2K25? Well, it's essentially an open world game mode where your ultimate goal is to gain a WWE contract by the man that invited you to this island, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And how do you obtain that contract? You will be completing a series of matches that present themselves through missions as you progress in the island. This is entirely online, so you do need Wi-Fi or online connection to complete this game mode. It's similar to like My Rise. The thing is, you're on the island, and it's two different things. You cannot import your superstar from My Rise into the island, and you cannot import your superstar from the island into My Rise. Something I don't agree with too much. Overall though, as you complete matches, you will be gaining virtual currency and XP. With the virtual currency, you will increase your attributes, allowing you to reach the heights of becoming a 100 overall superstar, making you, well, phenomenal, making you immortal, making you the phenom, making you amongst one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And as you gain XP, you will have badges. Increasing your badges will give you different skill sets and making your superstar overall better. As you gain XP and win matches as well, there are rewards that you will get along this path. Rewards that will give your superstar a certain look, aesthetics, different t-shirts, different attires, different nameplates that you can walk around the mat and people can see like, oh look, that's his nameplate. You know, it has your online username, and behind it, whatever the nameplate may be, whichever one you decide to have. Some are rare, some are not. The higher level you become, the rarest ones you will unlock. That's pretty much essentially what this is. Now what I want to do is I want to show you all a gameplay breakdown so you can see what this plays like, what exactly is the island in terms of gameplay, and we're going to talk about the good things and the bad things. I'm going to talk about how I felt before playing the island and how I feel now that I've played it for over 4 to 6 hours. There are quests, and we're going to touch base on those quests as the video progresses. So yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead, cue the static, and jump into the next segment. Now, the island is not the biggest of maps. You're not going to get a Grand Theft Auto type of map. You're not going to get a My City map, kind of like how it is in 2K, but it's very, it's fair, it's decently sized, and there's a lot of nice aesthetics to it, you know, and this is the central hub, is where we are, and then you can travel to the Deadlands, where the Undertaker is at. Paul Bear is going to be there. There's a little cemetery there as well. You know, you're gonna see statues of Kane, Undertaker, Paul Bear, the caskets. Then you go inside the Deadlands, and it's pretty much like I guess I don't know, it's like a funeral home church type of feel. I guess church is what we call this. It's nice though. Overall, I like the idea of this. Very genius of them to do. So that's the Deadlands and what they have there, and their cemeteries and whatnot. And the next place we have is the Temple of Ancestors, where you're gonna find the luchadors, Rey Mysterio, so to speak. This is a very cool place, and when you go inside this, it is amazing. It's huge. It's probably one of the bigger sections out of the 4 different areas in the map. Probably the bigger section. It has like a little museum as well. A very cool museum. You have the belt, the Ray belt, the big gold that Ray won in WrestleMania 22. A museum that has a bunch of attires he's worn throughout his career. WrestleMania 21 was that one there that we saw. Halloween Havoc, very cool too. The Arcade of Tomorrow has it's decently sized, I would say. Probably the smaller one out of all of them. When you go inside, Heroes Headquarters too, but when you go inside the Arcade of Tomorrow, it's not too big. It's just an arcade, a lot of graffiti everywhere, cool little neon signs. I like it, I'm with it, nothing too out of the world. And then we have Heroes Headquarters, where you're gonna find the baby faces, Cody Rhodes, Becky Lynch, statues of John Cena for now, I guess. When you go in, it ain't too big. It's not that big at all. Kind of like the league, the Justice League Hall, the Hall of Justice for Justice League. That's exactly what I could relate this to. So that's what there is in terms of the sections of the island, what every section looks like. And then we do have the center section, which is where Roman Reigns is at, the statue. That is not open just yet. That may open up as the game progresses and they add updates periodically like they say they will. And yeah, because when you finish the first quest, it's like, hey, we're not done yet. There's more. Quest 2 is not out yet. For now, just enjoy the island. That's what it says. So in terms of what the island looks like, that's that part right there. Now I want to go into the gameplay and talk about some pros and some cons. Overall, how I felt about the island going into it, I did not have high expectations. I knew it was the first year they were going to release the island, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. And after I played it, I'm like, you know what, I'm glad that's the idea I went into this, because it was not bad at all. It's beautiful. I love it. I love the aesthetic. I love the different arenas you get to fight in. The thing is, it's quite repetitive. That's probably the biggest con. It's repeating itself, right? There's no cutscenes. There's nothing interactive. It's just you talking to superstars. You got to read the fine print. They tell you what to do. And ultimately, I mean, the decision making isn't a huge factor. In the end, you're going to continue to win your matches in order to progress in this game mode. That's all there is to it. I thought too you were going to have to face other opponents. For now, you don't have to face online users. Everything is against the computer. You could face online users in like some type of exhibition match, gain some XP from it, maybe some virtual currency, but that's really about it. It's when it comes to that, that's what I thought we were going to get more of. It was going to be more interactive. It's not. A bunch of matches, you got to win them. Doesn't matter how you win them. That's the key to it too. I mean, you can win them fast and progress through this fast. You can speed run it, or you can enjoy it and try to gain 5-star matches and get as much XP as you want per match. In the end, that's what it plays like to be. So overall though, I think it's a W. It is a grind. It is a very, very long grind, I would say. Anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, as I stated earlier, to finish this if you want to do it correctly. And that's doing matches legitimately and doing matches that you want to finish fast, just win by via count out. It's a grind, but my overall rating of this is I got to give this like a 7 out of 10 because it's their first go around. The only thing I would say is I feel they took away from other game modes. Like the showcase mode wasn't really that good. They took away from other game modes to provide for this game mode. They took away from other game modes to focus on the island. They made less arenas this year, I guess, to make the ones on the island. I don't know what. The game is good nonetheless. I love it. It's not a review of the whole game in general. This is a review of the island in particular. But I do feel like they took more time to make the island, and they took more time, like they took time out of other features to make the island. So that's one of the biggest cons that we have here. Besides that, like I said, W. 7 out of 10. I can't say much else. You know, if there was cutscenes, it might have been a little bit better. If there was a bit more interactive things to do, a bit better as well, instead of just walking around. Because you're going to notice it's very stale, it's very bland. I know they couldn't do much. It's their first year. I just hope that if they continue to do the island, right, they're going to do periodical updates. They make it newer. They add new things to it. And if they can't do that for this year, at least next year, bring the island back. Don't give up on it. Make it better. Enhance it a little bit. Give us a mini map. There's not even a mini map in the island. I know it's not a big map, but there should be a mini map. That's probably a big con. No mini map. I don't know how they thought of that. That's the first thing I was looking for, a mini map as I was playing. But besides that, 7 out of 10. Not bad. 2K25, I'm enjoying you so far. Haven't done my rise yet. Maybe I'll touch base on it. We'll see. But nonetheless, this is the island. The island of relevancy in WWE 2K25. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all found this informative. As always, as I say in all my videos, and I mean this wholeheartedly, remember that God is good, God is real, and miracles do happen. I am a living proof of those miracles. Remember Hulk Hogan saying, say your prayers and eat your vitamins, brothers and sisters. And John Cena, when he was a good guy, used to say, never give up. Big words to live by. And then we have Dusty Rhodes. He would say, get a dream, hold on to it, shoot for the stars. Do that, and you will complete everything you want to complete in your life. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for supporting. God bless you all. Remember to brush your teeth, wash your hands, and clean your ass. From my part of the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, Vietnam. JC from Fittest Gamers. Well, you know what I'm saying now, right? Baby, please cue the static.